Welcome back, guys. It's your girl Mandolin Bias here, and you're watching or you're listening to Bay with a Motherfucking Z podcast. Today is a very special day. I have a very special lady here tonight. It is Alyssa Winn.
Hey.
We're both in shades.
We're both in shades.
It's funny because on set were those your shades?
Yeah, they were my shades.
I need shades like this. They're pretty cool. I like them. We just realized, for those of you wondering, Alyssa is a filmmaker. She's actually a film student as well in Boston University. And she is actually like getting into stand-up comedy, which is like, she needs to. I've always told her, like, ever since I met her, what was it, last year? Yeah, last year. It's 2022.
Last summer. Yeah, it was 2021. Shit.
Ever since last year, hold on, let me take all these fucking shades. But ever since last year, I thought you were hysterical. Like, and I told her, no one ever makes me laugh hard to the point where I'm coughing. Like, I'll laugh to anything, laugh. Like, I'll be like, you're funny, whatever. But her, it's like my stomach hurts, and that's a rare thing for me. So that's why I'm like, you need to fucking do this stand-up shit. But enough of me talking. Alyssa, how are you?
I'm so good. I'm in San Francisco. Non-audio listeners, they know what I'm talking about.
You're in San Fran. It looks so beautiful. What is that? Is that a mountain with like green and
like? I don't know, but it's kind of stunned.
No, that's the city, I think. I don't even know. I've never been there. I don't know.
I don't think anyone needs our opinion of like reading a map.
Yeah, no. No, not at all. I'm here still trying to figure out this. We're on Zoom. We're recording this thing on Zoom. We're not sponsored, so let's. But yeah, there's a bunch of shit on here where I'm trying to take these glasses off. Ooh, is it the filter?
Oh my God. You look cute. Keep it. I'm obsessed.
This kind of looks like those imposter shits. This is adorable. I guess, like, what's your goal within like going to school? Like, well, what's on your list of things to achieve after you graduate Boston University?
Honestly, like, right now you can do a lot of different paths at BU. If you like want to go into production or you want to go into screenwriting. So I kind of just took like a million classes and everything to see where my strong suits were. And personally, like, my favorite things to do is to direct, write, and produce. Yeah. I can't use a camera for the life of me. But I'm trying really, really hard. But yeah, at BU, I kind of just figured out what I can like bring to the table in film and TV. Yeah. Because I think a lot of people do what they want to do and not what they should be doing.
Yeah, I can see what you mean by that.
Yeah, so I think BU does a really good job at kind of like honing in our skills and figuring out where you should be. And yeah, what was your exact question?
I guess like what's your goal coming out of there? Like, what are you coming out after college? Like, are you trying to work in production? Are you trying to, because I feel like, all right, a lot of people that are listening to this, I just know from experience, like, I grew up in a Hispanic household and I didn't think working in film like would be, I don't know, my parents were just always like, oh, get a job that pays good money, which film does pay good money, but they just didn't know anyone that was in, you know, and it's like a type of industry where like if you don't know anyone in there, you're not going to get in. Like, or if you're not personable, if you're not a people person, you're not going to get in. So it's a very, like, people ask me, how did you do it? How did you start working on these big TV shows or these big movies or whatever? And it's like Facebook, to be honest, like literally Facebook, or like I think people already know this, but like this guy DM me on Instagram, and I was a senior in college, like almost graduating, and I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to be, but I knew I was going to do comedy, but that's not going to pay the bills, you know? So, but I majored in theater and comedy. So not necessarily like media production, but I studied film. I minored in film. So he was like, oh, well, this random dude DM me, and he's like, oh, I see you like you've done theater, blah blah blah, like I work in production, I work for NBC, like how do you feel if you like, I don't want to do this one random commercial gig, do you want to do it? It's like 3 days or 4 days upstate.
And what was the job? To PA?
I drove. My job was to get a van, drive the agency around. That was my job, in a van. So I drove 5 hours upstate New York, but I picked them up in Manhattan. I was living in New Jersey at the time. I picked them up in Manhattan, drove 5 hours upstate, and that was my job, just sitting with them and watching them film for this New York tourism commercial.
Yeah, well, I mean, the best advice I've gotten from a few professors is to be a PA. If you want to be a director, you need to be a PA, and you need to get yourself as close to the camera as you can and just listen. I think I'm not jaded yet, but I genuinely do love PAing. I think it's really fun.
It is a lot of fun.
I think I'm a better filmmaker and a better storyteller because of like disasters I've seen, because of successes I've seen. And yeah, I mean, I'm the same as you, Amanda, where I don't have anyone in my family who's in film and TV. I always knew I was going to do it. Like I always said I was going to do it. And my parents are really supportive of it. My dad's like a really big film and TV person, meaning like he's a viewer, not like he just likes it.
Yeah.
Likes it. So yeah, they were always super supportive of me going into it. And I got a job that would lead me to you, Amanda, because I was taking a directing class with this really awesome professor, and he had mentioned some student that he had, and I watched one of her short films, and I was really, really impressed by it. So I messaged her, and I was just like, do you have any advice of what I can do with my time at BU? How can I make the most out of it? And we kind of chatted for a bit, and that was that. And then a few months later, she reached out with a PA gig on a film with the professor that I was talking about. And he was directing it. And I met a first AC on a second AC. I think she was second ACing on that. And then she got me the job with you.
Oh my God, is this Capri?
It's Capri.
I love Capri.
I love Capri.
Shout out to Capri son.
Shout out to Capri.
Because
she kind of gave me like a leg in, because then every job you make, you meet more people. So, and since then I've been getting more jobs, but I've been in school, so I've had to say a big no.
Yeah, no, that's why, oh God, sometimes I'm like, you don't really need to go to school for film, but
no, you don't. You really don't. I mean, I think like for my screenwriting, I love screenwriting, and I would be like actually nowhere without my screenwriting classes. Like,
there's certain things that you need to be knowledgeable on, like that you wouldn't know to Google. You're not like, oh, let me, you know.
I think it's really interesting. I think it's fun that you can, pick if you want to go right into the career or not. And I definitely thought about it a lot because I was getting job offers that I was turning down to go to a class to learn how to get job offers. So it felt like very stupid, and I felt like I was wasting money. But ultimately I am studying history as well. And I think like for my personal journey, that school is something that was kind of necessary for me, because I do love school and I wanted a college experience, and I'm in no rush. Like I'm just kind of chilling and like seeing what happens.
Yeah, no, exactly. You at least like know how to get in now, and at least know people. I mean, you worked on a feature film with me last summer, which was pretty cool, and just
that came out today, and the credits came out, and my name is misspelled.
That is not my fault either. I'm just letting you know now.
Just letting everyone know.
I know it's two N's. Yeah, no, it's a movie. It's a Lifetime movie, which are like kind of like hard to keep your eyes off of. It's like a big train wreck,
Yeah,
like
like huge.
it's massive where
Like
you're
a
like
massive, humongous.
where you're like, holy fuck, this is like wow.
We're not getting called back. We're not getting called back if we say this. I'm like, I loved it. I thought it was beautiful.
No, I did love it. I loved the people. I loved the crew so much. They're like my family. They worked on another movie too, and it sucks that I couldn't do it because I'm coordinating full time for another production company. So I wasn't full time with Dawn's Light Movies. I was a freelancer, and they just hired me on. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I think it's pretty. What happened?
I said we had so much fun. Like that was so much.
It was crazy.
I want to spill. Like I want to be.
No, do it.
No, I can't. But like there's so many stories I want to tell, but I just like
I can bleep whatever like names you've got or any like. I just remember the time, one of my most memorable moments was when everyone was asking for, I mean, it was second meal, but it was like 3 in the fucking morning or 2 in the morning. Right. And I sent you out to go get IHOP.
I sent so many pictures of me looking like so forlorn in the IHOP parking lot. I was done that night. And the thing is about me is that I talk so much and I'm always like kind of loud that if I'm in a little bit of a mood, everyone notices and like everyone comments. And when I was driving the actors home that night, I was not talking. I was silent as a mouse. I was so tired. I was so
tired. Like
I was over it.
I was exhausted. And like Kaylin and I are normally like the last people to be on set, making sure everything is good and cleaned out. And it was like G&E hanging out by the trucks, having their weed. I'm like, go back to the hotel. Stop it.
Shout out Jerb.
I love
the best key grip ever.
Oh my God, I love them all. It was
so fun. It was so
Wait, remember when we got Duncan and
you ran a bitch off the road? I've never seen anyone go from 0 to 100 so fucking fast. That was so terrifying.
Oh my God.
We went to Dunkin'. It was 4 a.m. We got like 400 coffees. And we were shooting where were we shooting that night? We were shooting at a mansion and we were having a really like crazy overnight. I think we wrapped at
5 a.m. It was like the moms were out jogging with the baby.
Yeah, the moms were jogging. The kids were on the school bus. Like it was early. I mean, no, late in the morning. But we went to Dunk's and we made really great friends with the guy who worked there. He was awesome. I used to know his name, but I don't really remember.
Yeah, I can't think. I knew it was. I just can't even like.
I know that was such a blur. I have so many pictures from that night. And then you were dancing and I was so delirious. I was sick. And then you ran a bitch off the road. I don't remember. What was she doing? Was she like...
She was, I guess like I was going slow because we had like 4 million coffees in the back.
That was where you went wrong. So she was going slow as fuck because we had so many coffees. And then this girl like went around us.
Like trying to... She was impatient.
She was impatient. And her response was to go 4 million miles per hour past this woman, honking, screaming bloody murder. All the coffees going everywhere. You forgot about the coffee so fast.
I think the coffee was okay.
It was okay.
They were okay. I just stopped slowly. I sped up and I was like, okay.
So funny.
Wow.
I feel like so much of that is like you had to be there.
Yeah,
I should have like written shit down.
I mean,
and after every single job, G&E, camera, they come out and they go right into your DMs. They were like,
oh my God.
Big boobs. Beautiful woman.
Yo, because these people will grab your number from the call sheet, or like if they're not in your department, or we weren't like a crew of 300, so we were like all pretty like
everyone knew each other.
Yeah, we all knew each other. It was pretty intimate, but yeah, there's gonna be some creeparoonies that want to kick it to you, and they don't know how in the right way. Because it's unfortunate, because he's not ugly, but like.
Oh, Amanda, there's been a few.
Alyssa, wait, they really called you boobs?
No. Wow.
Oh my God. Women aren't safe. Women aren't safe.
Women are not safe. Well, do you know what? Mm-hmm. Here's what I'll say. No, I can't. I'll say that I have already had like happen now where there's a friend I always I PA'd with on this, and I work with him at BU. His name is Max. We love Max, and we love Bella.
Love Max. We got to talk about the Max story with the trip.
The trip
for.
Yeah, no, we need to talk about that. But I feel like people treat Max so differently compared to me. I've seen Max get jobs, but then I get a DM, which is, you want to come over to my hotel room tonight? And then for him, they're like, do you want to come work with us? And we'll pay you a really great rate. And you're so awesome. Misogyny.
Eye roll. Huge ass fucking eye roll. I cannot.
Want to hear what's something annoying?
What?
This is like, I feel like the most annoying film major thing that I could possibly say. But the idea of like being big in film sounds so horrid to me, like so gross. And I think the only thing I want is to be able to like have fun and like make movies with my friends. So that's like what I envision.
A YouTuber?
A YouTuber, bitch.
That's really what they do. Or those TikTok. I mean, no, I'm joking. I get what you mean.
I know. But like, I feel like the best way I could show up anyone is to just be like very happy with what I do. And I feel like, I don't know. Like, I don't daydream about being famous. I don't want to be famous at all.
I don't want to necessarily be famous. I just want to be successful.
Yeah. I want to be very successful in my field. I want to be respected in my field.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. But yeah,
I want to be respected and not be burped on.
I just feel like as a Puerto Rican filmmaker woman that, I don't know, I kind of like want to make a mark for my family and kind of just have them not worry financially anymore. Like I want that financial freedom. And like when I have kids and they have kids, like I want to put my mom in a fucking pool house. Like I want to like create films that, whether they're short films or they're it's a television series or a documentary or whatever it may be, a feature film, I want it to have like a great message and just
absolutely. Yeah, I think there's like a lot of content now and it's starting to get kind of repetitive. So I'm ready to see some fresh perspectives, like you and me come in and shake it up a little bit.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Puerto Rican and Jew together.
Puerto Rican and Jew. I mean, there's a lot of Jewish writers. You definitely have that gene.
There's a lot in like the entertainment, like industry in general.
Yeah, it's amazing. But no, I know what you're saying. Are you primarily a writer?
I mean, I do comedy writing. I wrote like comedy sketches and I wrote maybe like sketches that could be films, but one of my goals is to write like a screenplay or write like a short film, like and a horror film. Like I really want to direct and write a horror film. Like that's on my bucket list because a lot of scary movies now are just not great. Like I would want to I've always loved scary movies. I feel that I'd want to make a horror film that 20 years from now someone would want to remake. Like I want it to be like a classic.
Yeah. Do you have like, give me something that is like an inspiration for it? Are you looking at someone like Jordan Peele, or are you looking at someone like an old timey, like Alfred Hitchcock moment?
Not necessarily like directors. It's more of, I guess what makes me feel uncomfortable. Like for example, I guess like one of my, what am I trying to say here? One of the films that really got me skeeved out as a kid was Butterfly Effect. I don't know if you ever seen Butterfly Effect.
Oh, what's that?
It's really fucking weird. And it was made in the early 2000s, I think, or late 90s. Ashton Kutcher's in it. Pretty cringe.
Oh.
But it's like about this kid who has this power to turn back time and to move forward. And he just fucks up. And now all these bad things are happening. But it sounds typical, but it's actually like it traumatized me at 8 because there's a kid with a knife. There's a kid killing a dog. It's like some weird, it's like anything related to children getting hurt, children or animals, like makes me feel, oh God, like, so any movie that I can write about that has that involved, but has to have a good story to it, a nice twist. I don't know. Like, I know that movie is what like motivates me. And Changeling. Have you ever seen Changeling? That's not necessarily a horror movie, but it's with Angelina Jolie. It came out in like 2010, 2011, 9, like around that time. And that's a true story, but that's more of a drama and thriller. I think it's a thriller about her son going missing.
Boy, I'll watch it.
Her son, yeah.
Are you a true crime person?
I actually work on a lot of true crime TV right now.
Really?
So I do like some true crime. I look like I was jerking off like the air right now.
But like 2 of them. I've been on a true crime wave lately. I don't like, I can only listen for like a few weeks and then I get really, really nervous and then I turn it off for a few years and then I come back to it, but I'm back in the phase.
What have you been watching?
Well, I listen to like Crime Junkies.
Oh, for podcast?
Yeah. I can't see it because I don't like gore. So when you say you like horror, like, do you like gore or do you like jump scares? Because I'm a jump scare person. Like, I don't want to see someone's like guts out. That just doesn't
not necessarily like extreme gore, but maybe like a little like blood.
Yeah, a little touch of blood is fine.
Yeah, like for example, like in the film Changeling, when I don't want to give it away. Okay, spoiler alert.
Wait, I don't want a spoiler.
Okay, fine. But all right, some little boy gets like chopped up with an axe and like you see it. You don't see it, but you see the shadow and you see like the blood shadow. It's like something like that.
You sound like that he's a kid.
I know, that's why I'm like, ooh. Children, animals, that's very uncomfortable.
I know, it's very uncomfortable. I mean, I guess like I think making your viewers uncomfortable can be an interesting emotion to evoke, but I think it really depends because I'm not someone who just loves like shocking things, because if it's just shocking, it's just gross, it's just whatever, and the point is to make you squeamish, that's not really my thing.
Yeah.
I like uncomfortable because, you know, it makes you think, or it's like, I don't know, like a good example would be I'm on a huge Paul Dano wave right now. I love Paul Dano. I love him. And have you seen Prisoners?
No.
Oh, you should watch Prisoners. I won't say anything about that, then I won't spoil it, but that's a movie that I was like so uncomfortable with. I was scared. It's not horror, but it's definitely a thriller.
Prisoners. Let's see.
And it makes you so uncomfortable. Oh, it's a great movie. It's great acting. Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, wait. 2013. Prisoners. No, I don't think I've ever seen this.
You need to watch it.
Paul Dano.
me like just a great movie. Because I always say, like, I love movies that are accessible, meaning like my definition of that is that anyone can enjoy it. Like you don't need to be a film major, and it's not
it's thriller and crime.
And it's not super confusing, and like anyone can enjoy it. And if you want to read into it, you can. If you want to get a film on it, you can. But if you just want to watch it and walk away and be like, that was a great fucking movie, you can do that too. So I feel like Prisoners is one of those movies where it's accessible and like anyone can enjoy it.
It's on Hulu, so I'm definitely going to want to watch it.
Yeah, go watch. Get Liam and watch.
He's arriving. Hold on.
We also worked with Liam.
Yeah, Liam.
And I didn't know you guys were dating. So I would just see you yell at him. And I was like, wow, they're close.
Oh my God. Oh, say hi, Lee.
Oh my God, I can only see an arm. Hi, Liam. Whoa.
Why you get out of here? All right. Say hi back. Say hello. He doesn't. He never wants to be on my podcast.
Liam had me peeing my pants on set.
All right, you're fucking weird. All right. Well, anyway, we're good. I'm going. No, don't come back here. Don't come back here. She can't.
He's just an
image. You are. You're so silly.
She's been trying to be funny.
Oh, baby.
Oh,
it's our little family. That's Vinny. Sorry, that's Vinny. I'm so sorry. Mix up their names. Now I know how my mom feels when she mixes up my sister and I. But yeah, no, film is crazy. And I mean, so have you been writing anything?
Yeah, I have. I wrote and directed something like 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And I just made it with my friends, and we rented equipment from BU, so it's free, quote unquote free.
Yeah, I mean it's tuition, but yeah.
Yeah. We checked out some equipment and made that, and that was really fun. And I've been working for like over a year now on a script that I'm gonna try and make a short film proof of concept version of at BU. Mm-hmm. But I have to get like accepted into a class. So we'll see if it gets accepted. And if it doesn't, I'll make it anyways.
Yeah, as you should. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Are you working on anything?
Yeah, I'm working on I'm working on like 3-4 shows right now at the same time. So it's been a lot. So it's like History Channel, Netflix. So it's for a lot of different networks. Well, no, I think it's History and Netflix is the two right now. And awesome. ID. Yeah. But I'm working on Rebels That Built America. So it's kind of like, have you ever watched Food That Built America on History Channel?
I have not.
Well, they like discuss, here's Dunkin' Donuts back in 1915. Oh, it started out like, and they'll do like recreate like shoots.
I like that.
Yeah, so it's like that, but instead it's with it's Rebels. So it's like we did an episode on George Carlin and Richard Pryor. I don't know if I'm able to say too much, but like we interviewed like very well-known comedians. So I got to go in their homes, cool. Which is pretty fucking cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and like me doing stand-up myself, I was like, I'm not gonna tell this famous ass comedian that I do stand up, like I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. Like I coordinated the interview. Like I'm not gonna be like, by the way sometimes I'm really funny. Like no.
If you want to see one of my bits one time, you can come here. I can't.
I got a YouTube channel. Do you want to see my 5-minute set? Like no, bitch.
No. I feel like they'd say yes.
Well, I just felt like
no, you don't want to ask. No. Honestly, I wouldn't want to be bothered. I don't think I'd want to be bothered if I was doing an interview like that and I was like I don't know.
Yeah. I know, like, my mom, you know, our parents would be like, oh my God, you were at the guy's house? Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you do it? Oh my God, when are you ever going to be in that motherfucker's house again? I'm like, I just wasn't feeling comfortable to be like, I don't know. I just didn't really find the opportunity. Like, I felt like if there was like a break in silence, like, I don't know.
If it comes up organically, I think it's fine.
Yeah, but exactly.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
Like, no one asked you.
Yeah, I think asking for advice is fine. Like, but, or just like, what do you have to say to, you know, like an aspiring comic? Like, what did you want to hear 20 years ago? But I don't know. They hear it so much. I bet they just don't care. No, but my mom is the same way. I got rejected from an internship last week, and my mom was like perplexed.
Oh, because any mother and their baby, they're like, my baby's perfect. Like, why didn't
she has crazy mom goggles? She thinks everything my brother and I do is perfect. Perfect. I do a lot of bits about her because she's so funny without trying.
I love that. I need to meet your mother one day.
No, you do.
I would love
her brain just works in a way that like other people's don't sometimes.
I love that.
My favorite. I've said this in like 2 different bits. That my mom a week after 9/11 we're from Massachusetts, and she saw a plane fly over our house, and she called 911.
Why? What?
She was like, "Hey, 911, there's a plane over our house," and they were like, "Okay, like, what's going on? Is it like on fire? Like, is it like, no?"
Wait, was that one of the planes?
No. It was a week after 9/11. She's just crazy. Like, I'm just concerned there's a plane and it looks kind of low. And they were like, ma'am, hang up. Go away.
But you need to, you're funny, Alyssa. So keep writing, okay?
But I'm funny I'm telling you, like, I'm funny to my friends. I'm funny in the moment, but it's not like
if you are writing and you are funny, like, naturally in person, you can write something funny and perform it at a comedy club.
You know, right now I have nothing to say. Like, I have nothing to go on stage and say. Like, nothing.
Well, wasn't it your first time on stage like a couple months ago?
Yeah, and I had things to say, and then I ran out, and now I don't.
The thing is, you have to keep saying what you were saying before. Like,
I know.
Practice. See if those hit. Change it up here and there. Like,
I'm in a boring era of my life where nothing like exciting is happening and nothing funny is happening. So I don't know. I think I need to like put myself in some like weird situations.
Maybe, I mean, you're going out tonight. Maybe something stupid will happen.
I know. Do you know where I'm going tonight?
No.
I'm going. Did you ever see The Social Network?
Yes.
I'm going to like one of those final clubs at Harvard.
How fucking fun. This bitch lives in like around Boston.
Yeah, I live in Boston.
So, clearly.
So yeah, maybe there's a shenanigan I can do tonight.
I remember going to spring break in Miami, and there was a bunch of Harvard kids at a club, and they were just like dancing.
Doing the robot. They were doing the robot.
I was just like, I saw their Harvard tee, and I'm like, ready to get in there, and they were just really awkward. It was just really awkward.
No, I haven't encountered that many Harvard people. I think they have a stereotype that they're super awkward. I don't know. The ones I've met are just like, they're fine, you know?
Yeah.
Nothing to write home about. They were okay. I'd love to hear like, I don't know. I'd love to hear what they're working on in school.
I mean, I used to talk to a guy who graduated from Harvard who studied film and at Harvard.
Girl,
and he,
why?
Right. What the fuck? And he automatically like got a job at HBO after like graduation.
Interesting.
Right.
He was also a white. HBO?
Huh?
Does his dad work at HBO?
I think both of his parents are like retired. I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm sensing that there's a cousin. There's always a cousin.
Nepotism.
I know.
Like maybe.
I mean, honestly, if you have it, take it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I fucking wish I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth.
I think that if you try really hard. You can overcome those nepotism kids.
I guess we have something to look forward to, not being rich. We gotta work hard for it, I guess.
We have to talk about.
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Do you want to start, or do you want me to get into?
Okay. I feel like I can start, but then you can give more of like a production background to this because,
all right,
you know.
It. Yeah.
So we started the first day on this feature, and there was a production designer, and I found her to be a little bit rude to the PAs. I'm just trying so hard. She was a little rude to the PAs, which was a little bit jarring just because on this set, everyone was so welcoming and so nice and was having such a good time.
There's just a black, dark aura around her.
Oh, bitch, a dark aura. There was something dark. Something overcame her. Something was clasped around her. But she said, I don't remember exactly there was an issue with ordering something, and Liam got the brunt of it. And Liam was like,
oh, it was an image. She needed an image, kind of expanded,
blown up.
She needed blown up.
Yeah. And it just wasn't working, and it should have been done weeks before getting to set, but that's another story.
Yeah.
And I came into the kitchen. Liam is head and hands distraught. He was so upset. And I gave him a crazy pep talk, and I was like, who gives a fuck what she says? You're awesome. How could you do this? Everyone hates her, and you're awesome.
This is day one. This is day
one.
She made it very uncomfortable. And mind you, Liam's my boyfriend, so I was just like, bitch, I just hired her because we really needed a designer, and she was so last minute, and she drove all the way from LA.
She came from LA?
Yeah, she drove.
Oh,
crazy. That's when you know she's fucking psychotic. Who drives cross country for a feature film in Boston?
That's a
movies over there.
Unless your rate is crazy, or there's some really awesome thing going on, but that wasn't
red flag that you don't have work over there in the West Coast.
Yeah, I know it might have been a red flag.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, things got weird really, really quickly. She really had a crush on one of the other PAs.
Oh, no, ew. She's not gonna listen to this anyway. But this designer, from what I remember, she didn't. This wasn't the straw that broke the camel's back, but it should have been. It fucking should have been. So we're looking for Alyssa's doing her thing on set. She's doing something. Liam's doing something. Everyone's busy, and we're like, damn, we need a PA to do something. I forgot what we needed, but we're like, where's Max? And then I think someone told me, oh, sent Max out. And we were like, where? What do you mean?
Basically, I mean, he was texting in the group chat from CVS, and he was sending photos of tampon boxes. And he was like, I don't know what to get, in tears.
He's like, which one? Which one do you guys use?
Distraught. He was like, what do I pick? What do I do? And she sent him to get tampons, and that's it. And I just never heard of PD. And if she had needed a tampon, girl, I would have given you a tampon.
Right.
Ask for a tampon.
There was so many women on set.
Yeah, there was a lot of women on set. And I just found it very funny that she picked the only male PA and was like, my flow is heavy. And my cooter needs something big. And he was like, I don't know what any of this means.
Oh my God. Yeah, this woman sent our PA out to go get a box of tampons for her. And I'm like, that is not work related at all.
No.
And that's inappropriate.
It's just a misuse of company funds. It's giving
waste of gas.
Holmes. It's giving Elizabeth Holmes on a Lifetime feature film.
Oh my God.
Are you watching The Dropout?
What's that?
You know who Elizabeth Holmes is?
I'm bad with
names.
I need a picture.
she was like a Forbes billionaire, and she said that she had made this like, brand new machine.
Yes. Oh my God. Amanda Seyfried is playing her. Yes.
Oh my God. You have to watch it.
I've been I did. You're right. I did watch. I'm up until where the machine, she knows the machine isn't working, but they still like.
Oh, does it?
That's fucked.
That's great writing. Need to shout out whoever wrote that. That writing a biopic seems so daunting and hard. But
yeah,
they wrote that beautifully. And like, if you're only on the first few episodes, I won't say anything, but the way that they start shifting the focus from other characters to distance us from Elizabeth, like it just gets so good. It's so good. And Amanda rocks.
She sounds like such a film geek like me. You're like, this character. No one working in this industry and watching TV or watching anything on a television or on your phone, or you just see it differently when you work in this industry.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I watch it with so much more appreciation, and I try to like point things out to my friends, like that camera setup probably took like 3 hours, and and they're like, shut the fuck up. No
symbolism. That camera was on the fucking wallet for too long. Like what?
Literally, or like my head's tilting, so I'm like trying to figure out like what time they're actually shooting at. And I'm like, I wonder if they've had second meal yet. And like, but I will say, like, with the Dropout and with Amanda's, how do you say her last name?
Seyfried.
Yeah,
Seyfried.
I originally was like, she's just so beautiful that I was wondering if she was like gonna distract me from the role, but she did it so well.
Oh, no.
Crazy misogynistic, but you know what I mean. You know,
I mean, her and Jennifer's Body, like the way they made her into, like their nerdy friend, the nerdy, like, unattractive friend compared to Megan Fox. Like
that was them trying to make when Amanda Seyfried is the ugly one.
Yeah,
girl. But Jennifer's Body is one of my favorite movies. Karen Kusama, who directed it, Diablo Cody wrote it. Do you know the whole myth behind that of like the whole marketing mishap?
No, I just know like she wanted it to be like about girls eating boys and just all women, you know, like
it's like a female empowerment movie. It's like for teenagers, it's for young women.
Yeah.
And they marketed it to teenage boys, even though the movie is not for teenage boys, because they were saying like,
were they like sexualizing it?
Yeah. And then the movie flopped and didn't get its like critical acclaim until a few years later because everyone thought it was bad because the people who watched it were fucking teenage boys.
Ugh.
And not us. And it needed to be us.
God damn it. We think Megan Fox is hot. It so would have like been fine with us watching it.
And it's so brilliant. It's so funny. The fact that was a flop is just like a devastation. But now it's on Criterion, which is awesome.
Oh no, it's good now. Like a couple years. Yeah. Now it's like blowing up. I remember it was like big on TikTok. It probably still is big on TikTok. Like,
yeah. Because it needed to be reclaimed.
Yeah. Boys just like ruin everything.
Teenage boys ruin everything.
Unfortunately, not just teenage boys, just every age.
Every age man. Except for Liam. Liam is exempt.
Liam Nemus is, he has the key to my heart.
I love figuring out who's fucking on set.
Every production you go on, someone's fucking someone.
It's like Jewish sleepaway camp. Everyone's having sex. Everyone's having sex everywhere.
That's fine.
But it's so fascinating. It really is. Because like you just like catch a glance between two people on set and you're like, oh my God. You guys.
It's always the grips. It's always the grips.
It's always the why are grips so horny?
I don't know. They're fuckboys of the film industry.
It's so true. Or an AC.
I feel like maybe. I feel like camera department's always mysterious.
Because they're so busy. I mean,
they are the ones having to be at the camera. Like they have to make it look crisp, clear, blurry, whatever the fuck is the aesthetic of the film. They are on it. So it's really hard for them to kind of like socialize with the rest of us that are like bullshitting, you know, or having fun.
We got yelled at for reading. That was tea. Oh,
I got yelled at. I'm like, Max, they're gonna throw your fucking book out of this building if you don't stop.
I'm there because I genuinely like love doing it. Like I love being there. And there's a lot of different reasons for people to go into film and TV, because if you do well, then like maybe you'll get famous and maybe you'll get money and whatever. But I think it's just so evident on a set who's there for the right reasons.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I don't know, it's so much better to like work with that spirit. And I know you get jaded. Everyone says you're going to get jaded. If I get jaded, girl, I'm quitting and I'm opening a bookstore.
Wait, what do you mean jaded?
Jaded as in like so many people say to me on set, where they're like, oh, you're so excited. Like, just wait till everyone beats you down. And I'm like, okay, like.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Grandpa. I'm sorry.
I know, like, what do you want me to say to that? It's so weird. Like, get ready for like the worst career of your life. I really believe if you hate what you do so much,
like why you're doing it. I love what I do. Are you kidding me?
I love what I do. You might need to find a different career. And I know that's not as easy. It's easier said than done to just jump and get a new career. But I don't know. If you're so miserable, don't make it everyone else's.
Oh, that reminds me of my old roommate. He'd be like, this career, you don't understand. I'm like, bro, you're 30 and still PAing. Like, I know. That's why you hate it.
You need to give up.
Like, yeah. Throw in the towel.
Throw in the towel.
Have to be optimistic. Like, I'm always, oh my God. I'm always optimistic on set, and I'm always, bringing like my A game. I'm always, I don't know. It's just like, you got to start.
We like each other.
Yeah. Like start out with positivity. Don't start out like, God, it's 5 a.m. And it's 5 a.m. and we're making a fucking movie. Let's do it. Like, or we're creating something. Like this is not a normal job. Like this is very different from, the 9-to-5 life that most people have, and I always come in with a great attitude, even as a PA. And that's why I kind of like moved up pretty fast, to be honest. Like, and I feel like that's why this is a whole different story. But like, I've had this past roommate who like, I don't even want to say envies me, but he like is so mean to me. Like in the beginning, he saw my growth in the industry. He's just like, oh, PAing is so much fun, blah, blah. And all of a sudden I started assistant producing and I was production coordinator like 2-3 years down the line. And he's just like, holy, like, and then he'll see me do stand up and he's like, you got to pick one. You can't balance that out. Like there's no time. It's unrealistic. Like he was just so negative. And it's like, bitch, did you give birth to me? No. Are you paying my fucking bills? No. Then I'm gonna live my life the way I want to fucking live it. So you continue being a key PA at 30.
And if the shoe fucking fits,
right?
Then,
you can't get those negative, toxic people out of your life.
Agreed.
And just like, God, like this is
so. I mean, I guess it's like this in any industry, but it's normal to be jealous. I feel like to like see someone and feel jealous of them, but I feel like I've done a pretty good job at training my mindset in this to be like, if I feel myself feeling jealous, to kind of switch it and be like, what can I learn from them? Like, what can I ask them? Because jealousy is the worst fucking feeling, and like the only person you're hurting is yourself. So like
exactly, it's like self-sabotage.
Yeah, it is self-sabotage. And like the sooner you can like manage those feelings when you're not, like a toddler anymore, you're not like in middle school anymore. Just like managing how you feel. Like we're all adult, like we're starting to be adults. Like feel that emotion and then change, like regulate it. Talk to yourself. Do I need to feel jealous? Do I need to like go out of my way to shit on someone?
No, absolutely not. And it's crazy because I everyone around me, whether it's in comedy or in film or any other thing, like I'm constantly, or if I have a friend move on up in the industry, I'm like, oh my, or in comedy,
so excited. In
stand up, I see my friends like, oh, getting a special, and I'm like, holy shit,
like,
that's amazing. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's awesome. And it's like one of your friends, if it's not going to be you, it's going to be someone you know is going to move on up, and then like you can learn from them, or you can, or they'll bring you up too. Like it's all about like working together and just being optimistic and collaborating and just like, being a fucking good person.
No, literally, no, it comes down to that. I think there's so much fucking like hubris in this. Using an AP Lit word, this is hubris.
I haven't heard that in a while.
You're gonna like bring your own self down by how cocky and rude and whatever. Like, I'm hope because that's such a stereotype in film and TV to be like some hot shot, you're a dick, like everyone knows.
Met so many of those,
and I want like the culture should just change. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Like, I'm not gonna hire anyone with a bad attitude. If there's someone who's like a little bit worse but has a way better attitude, I would hire them. I'm telling you.
Absolutely. Hire the person that be the person that you'd want to hire. Like literally be, if they are just hardworking, wanting to learn, like I'd rather pick that over a schmuck who's wearing a fucking scarf and like acting like
it's not a scarf. If I see you wearing a fucking scarf on set, you're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. I don't know one archetype of person who can pull off a scarf.
Some directors wear scarves.
What?
I said some directors scarves.
Okay, take them off. You look like a fool. Are you cold? I don't care. Let your neck be cold.
Ooh,
you can see me with a
fashion statement
on my neck. You won't catch me in a scarf indoors. Watch me eat my words one day, but I don't know.
Right. Watch me. One day you're gonna be like directing something and you're wearing a scarf, and I'll be like, Alyssa.
You're gonna be like, that cunt. That lying bitch. I think it's honestly, it's something about a man in a scarf that's very like, it's very pretentious. And it's like, I know at the first chance you'd get, you would call me a name about my appearance. Oh, yeah. I just know it. If you're wearing a scarf, you would turn around and you would be saying, she's fat.
Oh my God. And I think it's good to end it here. Alyssa, I love you.
Love you.
I love you so much. Thank you for coming on Babe with a Z podcast in the middle of the Caribbean.
And in the middle of San Francisco.
I love you, girl.
Thank you for being a great mentor.
Oh,
You're a great person to know in the industry. You make being on set so much more enjoyable.
Oh yeah, just ignore those grouchy, negative people. That's all.
Negative bitches.
Thank you guys for watching and listening to Babe with the Z podcast with Alyssa Winn.
Yay.
Love you, girl.